Now you're moving idle and you say you're alone. Suspicious that the string is moving your bones. We are the fire, we see how they run. See how they run. Lift me higher, let me look at the sun. Look at the sun. At once I hear them clearly say, ooh, are you ready? And where are you going? Well, I got nothing left to prove, 'cause I got nothing left to lose. See me bare my teeth for you. See me bare my teeth. Ooh, are you ready?
Hi, my name is Orlando Alexander II, and I am a 12th grader here at Great Bridge. So I was about 4 to 5 years old when I first found my gift for art, when my parents first found my gift for art. I don't think I've ever fell out of love for art. I think I've always built on top of my ideas with more inspiration from other artists, and my thirst for knowledge and wanting to be better and creating my own art style was more than enough to keep me going. You might not know this artist, but it was one Trevor Lucas, if you've heard of him. He's on Instagram, but I met him personally, and he does these murals for different schools, communities, different art services, and he was one of my inspirations because he just drew what he wanted to draw, solely capturing the essence of different communities. So one of my pieces, This Man is on Fire, depicts someone with vitiligo, and it's showing the mental health of someone who's dealing with vitiligo. So the hate and the current, the modern day essence of being somebody with vitiligo and how to deal with that.
My name is Maya Waterman, and I am a senior at Great Bridge. My hardest one was probably my first piece, because it took me, I think I started it like beginning of the school year, and I literally didn't even finish it till like February. So that was probably the hardest one. I took my most time with it, but it's probably my favorite as well because I just took my time with it. So I really like artwork that kind of has like emotional meaning behind it. So like anytime I see artwork like that, I'm like, wow, that's really cool, and I want to do something like that, but like in my own way. Go for it. You literally never know. I tell my friend all the time, she has never taken an art class before because she's only ever done like orchestra and stuff. I'm like, just go for it. It's honestly really fun, and it doesn't need to be good. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just have fun with it.
My name is Sarah Koskowski, and I'm in 11th grade. So throughout my life, I've done like doodles and stuff and art pieces, but I mostly got serious when I first took an art class in 9th grade, and I noticed, wow, I really like this, so I started getting more serious. I think, well, based off my portfolio, mostly my friends and family, they've really impacted like what I draw, and also myself. Actually, yeah, happened during quarantine. I stopped doing art for like a year. It was really bad, but I'm really glad I picked it up again.
It's Mia Greco in 12th grade. I found my love of art when I was in Japan, which probably meant I was maybe 8 years old. So my sister is an art teacher, and so I ended up kind of going with her when it was like when she was exploring art and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. So I ended up kind of copying her, and like we would sit by the table and do it. So she really inspires me. I've ever fallen out of inspiration for love in a drought. It comes and goes, but especially like during the winter, it definitely like, just because it's sad and you don't really want to do anything, it definitely takes a turn. What would I say to someone trying to do art? Oh my gosh, just explore. Like, especially with like, I think there's some stigmas around art where it's like, I can only draw a stick man or whatever. Like, art is so expressive and like different. Like, you can do stained glass, you can do like dot art, you can do like fill-in puzzle pieces. It's like, art is so expressive and you can literally do anything. So I think find your median and just explore, just have fun. There's no limits, you know? I think my favorite piece to do was, it's called I Need to Press the Button. I really used a lot of techniques like leading lines, and I did it monochromatic, and it was on a circle canvas, which was even cooler. So with like a fisheye lens, it incorporated so many different elements, and it was kind of on the darker, like a little bit more like mysterious lens. So it was like super fun to explore that outlet and have it be like super claustrophobic. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun to make.
Branch, senior at Great Bridge High School. I think I've always developed a passion for art. I was probably like around 6. I've just grown up doing crafts and then it evolved into this. Inspires my art? I would say my grandma. She really, she was the one who introduced me to crafts, so I just done crafts with her all the time, and so she inspires me to keep going. I don't think I've ever fallen out of love, but definitely there's been droughts. During this class was so taxing, and like the last couple pieces were like, what am I gonna do? So there's definitely a drought there, but now that we're finally submitted our portfolio, I'm good. Just keep going. Really, there is no harm in trying it, because there's so many mediums you can try. I would just say keep going and try it. My favorite art piece was probably my last piece I created this year. It was oil pastels, and it like created the smeared effect. I really enjoyed doing it.
My name is Aiden Torres, and I'm a senior in high school right now. I've always loved art. It definitely picked up whenever I would start drawing with my brother when I was like around 8 years old. So I've just always stuck with it. For these pieces right here, a lot of my art was inspired by music and the kinds of feelings that they tend to bring on. I've definitely experienced like droughts of art. Over 2020, that was a huge one where I didn't do art for all of quarantine except for like the assignments. And even still, I'll get like droughts of like art block where I just don't make art for months on end. Oh, definitely. Mental health has very much impacted all of my artwork, most of my artwork other than like doodles. And I usually try to channel that into the art that I made for music because it's very emotional a lot of times.
My name is Ava Gomez. I'm a senior. I was pretty young when I found my love for art. I was probably around like maybe 7 or 8. And I was just like, did a lot of like messing around with like crayons and like doing a bunch of random drawings and like doodling in class and stuff like that. I think what inspires my artwork is probably a lot of like nature and stuff around me. I take a lot of like original reference photos for like especially my portfolio and like a lot of art that I do. So I'd like to be kind of inspired by things that I can see around me. I would say last year our trip to New York, because that was the first time we went, I think that really kind of helped me. Obviously I took a lot of pictures, and I don't know, it was just really cool seeing all the different eras of art and like how different people perceive different artworks, and it was really cool going, and I think it really helped me kind of focus in on my style. Yeah, I probably had a drought of inspiration like halfway through AP Art, and I was like pretty stuck on like what I was gonna make next, and so then I took winter break as like my chance to kind of like focus in on what I was gonna like do for my portfolio and some more pieces I was gonna make. If someone wants to try out art, I would tell them to just be creative and just make what you love to make, because whenever I end up forcing myself into like making something, it never comes out as good as something that I just make just for fun. I think my favorite piece to make is probably my colored pencil one that I did. It was a drawing of my desk, and I did it with a pear, and so it was a closer view of my desk, and it was like messy, and then the other piece next to it was like a farther view of my desk, and it was like cleaner, and they were in two different like tones, like a cool tone and a warm tone, to kind of show like the time change from beginning of the day to end. Yeah, I think honestly that probably goes with the drought, like of inspiration. I think my mental health, like when I'm at lower points, I definitely create a lot less than when I'm at like more inspired and kind of in the moment times, I guess. So sweet.
Da, da,